This is a trade that I made on Amazon on Friday. There's a few things that I need to disclose. One of them is that this is a Friday, which means that in many cases, what I've seen so far is that stocks decline on Friday because of options expire. And in certain markets, what the stock will do on a Friday is to decline to avoid market conditions that might, the world news on Saturdays and Sundays, which could impact the price on Monday. The third thing is, if I look here, this line right here, the morning open occurred at about this level and started to decline. And when it got up to this point, I'm thinking to myself, it just can't get any higher. That's the famous last words. So on this particular day, I thought that stock was dropped significantly, and what I've seen for several days, there was a huge climb, and then it settled at a level, and then opened and it dropped. And what I've noticed with this stock is that after it took so if I would look at this from a larger scale, it took a huge increase and slowly kept up and then moved sideways. So I was thinking to myself, this stock cannot go any higher. I'm thinking it's already up. Lots of percentages. We're talking about based on here, from this price to up there is 117, roughly 117 to 140. That's approximately about a almost almost 20% increase. So I'm thinking to myself, the stock has been showing some weakness. As I see here, it's showing some weakness. And on a Friday, because of the options and the Fridays and the fact that the weekends here and the world economic, it seems to me there's the Ukraine and Russia impact was affecting it. So when it got to this point, I thought, I saw this, at this point, I saw this chart formation. And I'm thinking, okay, it's a Friday. Maybe I should get in here, make a little bit of profit and get out, right? So what I ended up doing was, okay, it can't get going. You can't get any higher. So I got in at about 740, 741. And then, as usual, the stock market does things that are really contrary to the way that I trade, because the thinking that I had, the thesis that I had was incorrect that day. And so when it started moving up, I'm thinking, oh, it can't go any higher. It started going up higher, and then by this time it got here, I'm thinking, oh my God, it got higher. And then when it dipped a little bit, I thought, okay, so it's going to retrace, and maybe I can collect maybe I can exit with the purchase that I made. However, it came over here, and luckily for me, at this stage, I thought, okay, you know what? It's time to get out. It's a Friday. I don't want to hold it overnight. I know what happens overnight when it ends at the high end of the trade on the day. Generally on Monday, most likely it'll start open up higher. I can get out, and if it drops, then I can do something else with it. And so the logic for me was to exit. Sure enough, at this point, it started moving up. A significant, we're talking about, look at that, it's about 70, it's like 0.7 points. That's huge. So the lesson that I've learned from this point is that here there's no reason. There was no reason for me to enter at this late stage of the day, as the VWAP was pointing up and even the moving average was pointing up. And so there was no reason for me to make any trades at this point. If I were to make another trade, what these signals were telling me is that the trend was going up. I should have gone with the trend.